Good day, everyone, and welcome to Module 5 of Happy University. Today we're talking about spirituality. No, do not shut off the video. Don't run away from it. This isn't the part where I go on and on about my religious views. I'm not going to do that. We all have our own choices to make with regard to religion and organized religion and spirituality, okay? But I will say this, and please listen carefully. Spirituality is extremely important to happiness. Okay, spirituality has a lot of different meanings to a lot of different people. Okay, and we're going to go through some of those ideas and those meanings. Right, when you think of spirituality, the first thing you think of is church and religion, and that's great because it's a huge, impactful part of people's lives. All right, so let's get into this. Let's talk a little bit about some areas of spirituality that I think we need to connect with ourselves and with each other in order to reach those high levels of happiness. Because again, this is a very important element of happiness. And I feel that spiritual happiness can be quite rare, but I see that it's characterized by serenity, kindness, and humility, right? Those three things. If you possess those three things in your life, wouldn't you be considered a spiritual person? Somebody connected with themselves, connected with others? I've got some people on my team that call me the Zen master. And I feel that there is, I laugh at that, but there is a little bit of Zen master in me, but it's been programmed. I've programmed my mind to take things in, not to overreact, just as we mentioned in the last module, put things in perspective. And if that gives me a Zen quality, then so be it. I accept that. But a spiritually happy person is true with and accepting of themselves. And we talked about how important it is to accept ourselves. Okay? Who we are right now today. Be happy with that. Accept that. They feel, spiritually happy people feel no need to impress anyone, or anything with material possessions and things of that nature. They're just content with impressing people with themselves, right? And these are areas where I've felt I've matured over the years, where maybe material possessions were a little bit higher on my list than they should have been, but I've really come a long way, and that's made me feel incredible. Just as I've mentioned the story many times, and I don't want to harp on this in the wrong, to get the wrong idea, but, when I pulled up to that stoplight in my 2008 Jeep Grand Cherokee, paid for in cash, and that 7 Series BMW pulled up next to me, I felt an inner peace, thinking to myself, I bet he has a large car payment with that. I bet he's probably living above his means. I wasn't hoping it, but statistically, he probably was. And I felt great about myself and my ability to accept and be happy with the things that we have and recognize that material possessions, they really only have a small effect on our happiness, and they have no effect on our overall happiness, right? We're creatures that once we have our basic needs taken care of, we don't need a whole lot more than that, all right? So a spiritually happy person, they're accepting of themselves, and they're not in a position of any want to impress others with things. They want to impress people with themselves. And a good friend of mine, Matt Given, said something profound to me recently. He said, most all people, they're broke in one of 3 areas. They're broke financially, which is what we think of when we think of broke. So people are either broke financially, they're broke relationally, and I'm pretty sure that's a word, or they're broke spiritually. So those people that have all 3, they're very special, right? They've put those items together that are important and a combination for happiness. We talked about relationships. We're talking about spirituality. We've got a whole 10 modules on the financial side. As you know, you've been receiving those, and I'm sure enjoying them. But it was a very profound statement, and it stuck with me. I like to burn those things into my memory so that I can repeat them to you, so I can repeat them to my friends and family members in hopes of helping them strive for and reach a better life. But, when it comes to spirituality, you have to be your own guide, right? You can't let others dictate what your spirituality is. And I know as a kid those things happen, but you have to be your own inner guide. You've got to look deep within yourself and find the true meaning and purpose in your life. And I know I'm getting a little deep and a little sappy, but guess what? It's important. You know, we slow this down and we really think about it. So let's talk about some of the areas just briefly here, because I'm not going to harp on things that you don't want me to. I want to talk about things generally in a spiritual manner. Religion, that's a big element of spirituality in this country and really all around the world. Think about how important and impactful religion is and how it can be, right? But you need to get out of religion what you need out of religion. Some people don't believe at all in organized religion, and I understand that. Some people are fanatical about it, and I get that as well. You have to find yourself within religion and what it means to you, right? You don't have to go to church to be religious. You don't have to praise God at all times to believe in God, right? So define that for yourself. Meditation, all right? Now that's one that you're rolling your eyes about right now. But meditation could be very important, right? This is an area, meditation is on my goal list of something that I want to get into and I want to get good at and I want to conquer because I believe in it. I've used it at different times in my life, but we get so caught up and spiral out of control of the day-to-day activities, day-to-day tasks, and forget about ourselves. I like to take time for myself every day. You know, I've been great at the peaceful mind. It's a practice that I use every night. I lay in bed, close my eyes, visualize how I want my life to be, repeat to myself every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. These things work for me, but I want to add on top of that meditation. So I'm getting into that, so you're going to hear some stuff from me. You're going to get some information about meditation. Try it out. You know, we have an open mind. That's why we're here together today. And peaceful mind, as I mentioned, just as my doctor told me, I shared you that great graph, that great chart, 0 tobacco, 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, 10 minutes of peaceful mind each and every day. At least 10 minutes, a peaceful, quiet mind. You owe that to yourself. We've got all this stuff in there. We've got to try to weed out the things that are not important to our better life and concentrate on what is. Having a peaceful mind will add years to your life, all right? And with peaceful mind comes inner peace. All of these things are connected in my view and my feelings of spirituality. Spirituality to me equals inner peace. If you can really capture and surround yourself with spirituality, inner peace is what we're after, okay? Inner peace, spirituality, all ties together with happiness. I know this is a big subject. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of comments, which I want. I want your questions, your comments. I want to get your opinions on these things. skinnyhappymoney@yahoo.com. Thanks once again for viewing. This was Module 5 of Happy University. Together, we're getting happier by the day. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. You and me, let's do this.